All right, so this is by far the best Forex strategy for beginners. This is the actual strategy I use every single day to send signals in my Telegram free channel. Well, not every day on my free channel, but this is the actual strategy that I usually use in order to send free trades in the Telegram channel. I'm gonna have the link here in the description. I also use it to send it in the BLW signals group, but I also use these setups in order to trade with a BLW Forex copy trader. So I'm gonna teach you this specific strategy. This is a scalping strategy that is super simple. Today I was able to make over $2,900 in profits. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today we're gonna talk about the easiest Forex strategy for beginners. Let's dive right in. Go ahead and smash the like button, be subscribed for more, and let's dive right into it. All right, just before I start with this content, I just wanna let you know which one's the best prop firm for 2025 for you guys to start making money with Forex trading. It's this website right here called All Prime. All Prime, I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. It's a prop firm or a funded company. You can actually buy a funded account if you don't have enough capital to trade on your own and make some significant profits. Then this is the company that you need to work with. Like I said, I'm having the link in the description of this video. They have Forex futures and also crypto. And for Forex, they are the most affordable pricing ever. We're talking about $48, and if you actually go ahead and use the promo code BLW15, you can get a 15% off on the pricing of this specific account. You can purchase a two-step, one-step, or even a direct account, which is already a funded account up to $100,000 for almost $3,000, but you can start trading literally immediately and start withdrawing money every 2 weeks. So yeah, this is the company. I'm gonna have the link to it in the description of this video. All right, so these are the trades that I actually took today. Let me just go ahead and move my camera slightly somewhere here. There you go. So you can see my history. I'm going to refresh the page right here for those skeptical that don't believe anything. You can see this is my live account for $300,000 that I'm using with All Prime. I don't even know how to call it, but last week was so bad, so bad. It makes me really want to cry. But I went from $300,000 to $315,000, and then I lost $7,000. I made a withdrawal for $5,000, but pretty much I went all the way to $298,000, which was insane. But now we're recovering. So this is the account. So if I actually go to the trade history, I can go to all history, but I usually go only on today's trades. There you go. So you can see the first trade that I had was for $2,560. I tend to enter multiple trades on the same entry because of the leverage. I'm not able to actually enter huge amounts, only 30 lots as a matter of fact. So I try to enter 20 lots in order to try to get at least 1, 2, 3 entries at the most. But this time allowed me to actually place 4 trades. Unfortunately, I had to close them earlier because I saw that it wasn't going in the right direction. Right now, we're going to talk about these setups. But then the second setup activated and made me these trades. 567, 577, 577, and that's one right here with trailing stop ended up going to 222. This was before news. We're gonna see how this one actually go, but it was on NASDAQ, and the US 30 trade was easy, an easy 5-to-1 trade, as simple as that, 5-to-1. Now, these are the trades that I actually placed today. Let's take a look at the setups that I had today. Now I can move my camera back. There you go. By the way, you should go and follow me on Instagram. I try to upload content on a daily basis. Either it's reels or stories, try and give you free education as well. Links in the description of this video. Christian BLW official. All right, this is the first setup that I actually sent today. This was US 30. So this trade, if we actually, I'm gonna go with 1 per second. This is exactly what happened. This is New York market opens. This is 7:15, and this is 7:15 to 7:30. Basically, what I saw, it was a possible breakout on this resistance level based on the previous candlestick. This is the highest point. This was the lowest level, so in case it actually went down, we were going to enter a breakout on the downside. So if you notice right here, it activated by 7:30 or 7:45 at the time of this candlestick actually ended. We were at 3-to-1. Yep. 3-1 on this one right here. The next candlestick actually started to retract just a little bit right here. So it went back to like 2-1. Maybe didn't hit the 2-1, honestly. But then we had some news at 7:40 at 8 a.m. and the rest is history. Boom. Extremely to the take profit. If you notice the risk reward ratio, we're talking about 5-1. Which means that if you invested $100, it would have been $500. If you invested like myself, $500, it would have been $2,500, which is the money that I was able to make on this specific trade, which was the first one, $2,560. So this was the first setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. This one already, continued to go like this, but it was because of the news. So let's go ahead and take a look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ was actually quite interesting. These are the setups that I actually have for NASDAQ. A breakout on the above and a breakout on the below. One thing that I always recommend you to do is that only enter after new market opens or like 5 minutes before. For instance, 7:25, you can still enter, right? 7:15, no. Just wait for the market opens. This candlestick right here is at 7. So it closed at 7:15. This one opened at 7:15. So the next one is the market open, the New York market open. And what happened was that it went to the entry point on the sell position. It ended up being a loss. That's the reason why you see the losses that I was able to have right here. All these losses were for a sell position. Right? So this is where I enter a sell, and this is where I had to close them or buy them at a lower price. So I ended up losing some money. But then within the same 15 minutes, it actually went all the way up. Now, here comes a very crucial part of this strategy, and that is the stop loss. Look, I usually don't trade using the same stop loss that I put into the trades. Why? Because I want you guys to risk less. I'm a little bit riskier, but I always leave my stop loss. Let's say if this was right here, I always leave it somewhere there. That's where I leave it, right? But this is where I send the trade. If you notice right here, it already went all the way to the entry point. It activated. And then the next candlestick did this. Literally, it hit the stop loss that I sent to people. But me, I wasn't taken out. As a matter of fact, I even told people to cancel this trade before this happened. I was like, at this candlestick, I was like, cancel the buy. It's Friday. You don't need to take the risk. But I decided to take the risk in my personal account. But what happened afterwards is just incredible. Take a look at the jump. It was a 5-1 immediately. Immediately a 5-1. Obviously, some people actually closed the positions because I told them to. And some people lost the positions because they left it activated, and within the stop loss, it actually touched and stepped them out. The question right here is, Chris, why did you win this trade and why did I lose this trade? It's very simple. It's because of the stop loss. So if you actually move the stop loss slightly somewhere below where I had it, you would have seen this as a winner. Now, are you a wizard? Are you supposed to know this without me telling you? No, but that's the reason why I'm telling you now. One thing that I also do is that sometimes, like for instance, in here on this trade, it activated and then it went down. I re-enter the trade if it breaks the downtrend one more time, because it tells me there's a huge possibility that the price would actually cross going down simply because the price is pushing it down. You know what I mean? So it's trying to correct itself and bring the price down. I'm not a fundamental trader, so I don't trade based on what Trump says or what this person says. No, I'm technical analysis. And I know for a fact that at least 80% of the times this happens with indices, US 30 and NASDAQ. Okay. And so, yeah, these are the setups that I actually had for today. Pretty good money made, especially on my main account. So yeah, this is the setups that I wanted to explain. Now, if you're wondering how this strategy actually works, it's actually very, very simple. All you have to do is just pretty much once the market opens, if you actually add the market open thing, market opens at 9 a.m. New York time, right? 7 a.m. at local time. But indices market open at 7:30 or 9:30 New York time. Once you actually hit, let's say 7:20, 7:25, you already have a support and resistance levels marked. For instance, literally right here, 7:20, I have a resistance and I have a support. The resistance was broken before market opens, but it's like 5 minutes apart. So it's a good good time to enter, right? Same thing happened yesterday, but yesterday we actually lost the position. As you can see, it actually activated. It went to the 2-to-1 and ended up coming back up. I made money because I closed my trades literally at the 1-to-1, but some people might actually have lost the positions. Then other than that, I have actually closed like pretty much all the marks. But at the time that 720, 920, you mark the support and resistance levels, and then you enter on the breakout. You can put the pending order, or you can just market order, depending on what you want. It's a stop order. It's not a market order. It's a stop order. If you go ahead and hit stop order, well, it can be done because it's right here. But let's just go ahead and do an example right here. Let's say that this is the support, the resistance, and this is the support, which it is, but it's not market open, so I'm not gonna place a trade. So you put, let's say, a sell position here. This is where you select the stop loss, and this is the take profit or whatever. Then you create a limit order and you go stop. So stop, and you select whatever lot size you want to use. Let's say that you want to use 10 lots right here. So you risk in 600 or whatever. And this is just going to be activated if the breakout happens. We don't place limit orders here. We place stop orders. Now, if you just want to enter immediately, then you enter a market order, and that's it. Okay. But yeah, this is exactly how this strategy works. Pretty simple. I have a couple of other videos explaining this, but yeah, I think it's I think we can say it's actually pretty clear right now. Now, Chris, how much should you risk? Or how much should I risk with this strategy? I honestly always recommend to go with 0.5% of a balance if you're trading with a funded account. Funded account meaning All Prime, but it does depend also on what type of account you actually have. Because with All Prime, you could actually get, let's say a direct account has a maximum daily stop loss of 3% and a maximum drawdown of 5%. Still, 0.5% is good. Just be very careful not risking more than that. Otherwise, you could just lose your challenge, right? With a two-step prime, you have an 8% on stop loss. So there you can even go with 1% because you have to have 8 losses in a row in a week, let's say, or in a month or whatever, in order to lose that account, or 5 losses during that same day. If you have 5 losses of 1% during that day, you're crazy, right? And if you go with a one-step prime, you can say that you have a 6% overall and a 3%. That I would say 0.5%. If you have a 5% maximal drawdown, go with 1%. That's okay. If you have a 3%, then go with 0.5% just to be safer. Now, if you're gonna be trading with an actual trading account, with an actual broker's account, which by the way, if you will, I recommend you to use IC Markets. I'm having the link in the description of this video, best broker ever. Then I would recommend you to trade with 2 to 5%. Some people trade with 5% and they make, let's say, 5-10% a day. Like myself, like I'm including myself in there. So that's a huge number and you're not risking that much. The problem is when you overtrade using 5%. If you're going to be placing 1 or 2 trades a day, even if you lose both of the trades, you lost 10%, but the next day you can make the 10% back. But if you place 5-6 trades with 5%, then you're losing 30% of your trades or your balance. So you're not supposed to do that. But I would say if you have a funded from 0.5 to 1%, if you have an actual account, then 2% to 5%, and you'll be good to go. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. Join my copy trader. Link is blw4xcopytrader.com. Gonna be in the description of this video. Smash the like button for more and be subscribed for more content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.